Hi, everybody. This is Chris from Next Step Insurance, here to talk about what is the marketplace. This should be a pretty quick video. There's still a lot of miscommunication, misconceptions, and lots of confusion on what is the marketplace. So here, let me share my screen and we'll get started. I'm doing a series on what the marketplace is, tax credits, max out of pockets. So take a look with me and here we'll start. So just a little bit about me in case you don't know who I am. My name is Christina. I started working on the marketplace in 2013, right as it was going live in 2014. And I love it. I like all the nuances, the puzzles. I like fitting a way to make it work for my clients. I now own an insurance company called Next Step Insurance here in Wisconsin, but we have clients all over the country. So let's talk about the marketplace and ACA. What is it? And maybe what it's not. So what is the ACA? It was originally the Patient Protection and Healthcare Law of 2010, amended by the Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act of 2010. And now we refer to collectively as the Affordable Care Act, or ACA. Affordable Care Act went live in 2014 with enrollment starting in the fall of 2013. And I was there doing it. Boy, let me tell you, healthcare.gov's website wasn't exactly the smoothest operation. But it had some exciting things. It was guaranteed coverage, first time ever. No pre-existings could be excluded. No rate ups or riders allowed. So the rate ups was when they would charge different rates for males and females, and they would charge whatever they wanted for elderly people compared to younger. That is no longer allowed. They have to charge everybody the same on the gender, and they can only charge 3 times as much for somebody who's older, which is nice because it's a little bit more fair and balanced. And there's no maximum benefit anymore. I still have some people who are worried about that. It used to be $1 million. I remember in 1991, my very first insurance that I got through a job, I remember seeing that $1 million and going, wow, that's a lot. Who would ever reach that? Ironically, that $1 million never increased. And the people who need that were sick people, organ transplant, maybe long-term cancer treatments, maybe some of the other ones that have been happening. And it wasn't as common in the 80s or 70s, but it's certainly more common now. The Affordable Care Act said no more. Those are the people who need insurance. Sometimes you heard it called Obamacare. When Trump was in office, I saw lots of emails calling it Trump Care. And now that Biden's in office, it says Biden Care. Those aren't real things. Please do not click on those links. All it is the Affordable Care Act. Those were nicknames given to it by the media. Obamacare, Trump Care, Biden Care aren't real things, just nicknames. So if you need to know what insurance options you have, find a broker. Remember, it is not government insurance. It's only regulated by the government. The only government insurance is Medicare, at least federally, and Medicaid in states. So if you don't want your Medicare, well, you probably do. This is not government insurance. What are included in the benefits as well, when the Affordable Care Act was passed, was a lot of benefits that in some states, they didn't have this at all. Hospitalization services, ambulatory services, urgent and ER, labs, maternity and breastfeeding support, prescription medications, preventative and wellness benefits. That one is huge. Access to mental health and drug abuse services and pediatric services. Many of the states and many insurance companies didn't cover these things routinely, particularly the free preventative. We are now actually seeing the results of people going consistently. We've seen a decrease in a lot of prescription coverages of diabetes, cholesterol. If you go get your annual, they can catch things before they become full blown out cholesterol problems or, heart attacks. Wouldn't you rather have maybe a change in your diet instead of a heart attack? So use those free preventative. We are starting to see it. As I told my class a few weeks ago, we used to go to the dentist when our mouth hurt. That's when I remember going to the dentist. Now we go every 6 months. That was the dentistry world going, we need to do preventative. So they started doing those cleanings every 6 months. They're catching things way earlier. And we have a generation, many millennials, many Gen Y and Zs are never going to have some of the medical or dental problems that my generation and the baby boomers have. So preventatives work. Take advantage of that and use it. So what is the marketplace? So the marketplace is just a place that is created by healthcare.gov. So it's a service where you can shop for all the health plans in your area. There are some states that have their own marketplaces, and the states that don't use healthcare.gov. Or if you're working with an agent, you might be seeing something like Health Sherpa or Allstate, but those are all the same, going to healthcare.gov if they are not state exchanges. It's just a place to compare all the plans that are in your area. You punch in your zip code and every plan, insurance that has a plan in your area shows up. It's also where you can put them side by side to see the benefits, compare the rates. Maybe one rate is really cheap, but for only a few bucks more, you're going to get a lot more benefits from a different plan. And when you apply through the marketplace, you'll get to see how much tax credits you get, and well as many other savings. Some people get extra savings within the plans. I'll talk about that in another video. So who is eligible to go on the marketplace? Well, pretty much anybody between the ages of 0 and 64. We do see a lot of adult children getting kicked off their parents' plan at 26 coming into the office. If your employer doesn't offer health insurance, maybe you work for a small employee, individuals that are between employment, they have a new job and they have to wait 90 days. If you lose your coverage, whether you lose your job because you quit or because you were fired or retired, it doesn't matter. When you lose your insurance through your job, you can get on the marketplace. We have a lot of early retirees that come into our office. Oh, can I retire before I turn 65? And we can run quotes and let them know, yes, you can. It is affordable. And it is available for people who are over the age of 65 and have not earned enough tax credits or Medicare credits to get Part A for free. They can go on the marketplace and still get tax credits. You must live in the US, you have to be a US citizen or here lawfully, and you cannot be incarcerated. So what are tax credits? It's a tax credit can be used to lower your monthly insurance premiums. When you enroll in a plan through the exchange, whether through the state or through healthcare.gov, your tax credit is based on your income and it's household income. And it's based on the size of your household, taxable household, and where you live. The tax credits are paid directly from the federal government to the insurance company. So you're not getting them. They're not pocketed. They kind of are substituting as if an employer was helping pay. That was the whole point of the Affordable Care Act, to give people an option for those who don't have an employer that's helping them. You could use some, all, or none of the tax credit that's offered to you. So it's quite actually affordable when you see how that tax credit works. Check out another option that's coming. I love making these quick videos. If you have any questions about what I just said, please put them in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you, everybody. Again, I'm Chris from Next Step Insurance. We're the #1 choice for medical Medicare options in Sheboygan County, Wisconsin, and soon to take over the world. Thank you.